welcome back to my channel. My name is Roxanne, aka The Tiny Taster, and in today's recipe we're continuing with vegetables that I don't really like, and today is all about eggplant. Now I know a lot of people love eggplants, vengnu, bengan, brinjal, whatever it is you want to call them. There are many preparations, but I have never liked any, and especially when people are like, oh, but what about an Italian food, or like eggplant in a lasagna, and I'm just like, so I decided that the only way I'm gonna get to eat my vegetable, which I should because it's actually really good for you, is by making a baba ganoush. So today's recipe is all about a baba ganoush. I've eaten it all over the Middle East, I've eaten it all over the Gulf. I've loved it actually just because of that roasted flavor, and I changed the texture just a little bit. I've made it creamier, not as chunky. As always, I'll put details, descriptions, variations, everything that you need to know or that you would like to know about this recipe in my detailed blog post. The link is in the description. Make sure to check that out. I've made this a ton of times and posted it on my Insta stories and on my Instagram. So if you aren't following me on Instagram, I highly recommend that you do so. I'll put the link there as well. If you like this video, please do give it a big fat thumbs up. It always helps the channel. Of course, subscribe to the channel. There's just so much going on. Food videos, travel videos, it's all there. Have a look at the previous ones. I know you're gonna enjoy this. And as always, please leave me a comment. I want to know what you think, whether you like this, didn't like it, what your eggplant recipes are like. I wanna know everything. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and without further ado, let's get cooking. For this recipe, you're going to need one large eggplant, and while you could roast this in the oven, what I like to do is I like to roast it on an open flame. You just keep turning it around and making sure that the entire eggplant gets completely roasted. You'll notice that it will start to crack in bits. In fact, it might leave some holes and it'll have the juice leak out. That's perfectly okay. You just want to make sure that it's roasted well. The longer and more you roast it for, the better it will turn out flavor-wise. You can use a pair of tongs to just keep flipping it about, making sure that it gets evenly cooked on all sides. This is important because it's the only time you're actually cooking the vegetable. There's not going to be any more cooking after this. You want to make sure that each side gets cooked evenly. Now, once the eggplant is cooked, you can see it's completely shriveled up. Just let it rest on a plate for a little bit till it cools down, because we're going to grind it and you cannot grind it when it's very hot. Once it's cooled down a little bit, say maybe 5-10 minutes later, just take a knife and slit it open. You can cut it up into manageable pieces just to make it easier to grind in your grinder. So in your blender or grinder, you're going to add in all the cut eggplant pieces, the nice roasted eggplant. To that, you're going to add some cumin powder, some salt, a little bit of lime juice, some olive oil, and then some tahini paste. Now, tahini paste is actually sesame paste. You get it ready-made in jars. If you don't have some, you can grind up some sesame seeds, and then you're going to add in a little bit of garlic as well, and then grind it all together. I like to add in just one ice cube because I find that it helps while blending to make it a really smooth, creamy texture. Now you can see that this paste is a little bit chunky and coarse. It's absolutely fine at this stage. You could just serve it like this, but I like it a little smoother, so I blend it for a little bit longer. And then you just empty it out into your serving bowl or dish. As you can see, it's nice and smooth and creamy. I really like this creamy texture. I know it's not very traditional. Most places like to mash it down with a fork and leave it chunky. I like it like this. I like to finish it off by adding a little bit of cayenne pepper on the top, just some sprinkles to garnish. You could put coriander or some sesame seeds, whatever you like, and that's pretty much it. This is my lovely quick fix baba ganoush. I absolutely adore this dish. You could serve it with lavash chips like this, or you could even serve it with some cut cucumber or carrot. Sometimes I like to dip it with some kebabs or sausage. Either way, it's delicious. I hope you've enjoyed this recipe. Do leave me a comment and let me know what you think. Give this video a big fat like, subscribe to the channel, and I'm gonna see you guys very soon.